Yo, bro, don't drop the low. Don't drop the low. Come on, yo. You know how 4K Trey give it up. Yo, bro, don't drop the low. 4K Trey's on a different type of timing, bro.
Hey, dude, come to Hawaii.
Oh, no. Don't say that,
NBA Youngboy just sent his 4K Trey crew on a serious mission after NBA superstar Dejounte Murray's dad thought he could talk reckless about him. And you won't believe where this whole situation started. Now, this older dude is catching some serious heat online, and the internet is going wild. This ain't some light social media argument. This is getting deep fast. Before diving in, let's get one thing straight. People been talking non-stop about YB snapping at some old head online, but we're here to break down what's real and what's just internet noise. So listen, this isn't your typical online drama. This is NBA Youngboy we're talking about. The same artist known for moving smart with his crew and having real influence behind every word he drops. Things got intense when YB hopped on Twitter earlier this month, letting his emotions spill for everyone to see. He was venting hard about being alone, dealing with pressure, and feeling disconnected from everything around him. He even tweeted stuff like, "I'm scared to go to sleep," and "I feel like I'm not enough," showing a side fans don't usually get to see. Then things got extra tense when he started mentioning his baby mamas, saying stuff like, "To my baby mama, this industry is fake." The timeline went crazy after that. I don't blame you if you were confused too, but let me break down exactly what YB was saying on Twitter that got everybody worried. He dropped a post saying, "I love y'all so much, I'll be back soon." Then he followed it up with something that hit deep. "Money and opportunity showed me some of the weakest people. I'll be the bad guy every day, because when folks do fake stuff, I gotta speak up." That's when things started getting emotional. YB wrote, "You gotta keep the right people around. That's real important." He added, "I don't got no manager, and if somebody trying to play me or make me feel like I'm not enough or not healthy, that's cool. I'm still here, standing tall. Don't forget that." You could feel how raw that was. But then things took a dark turn when YB tweeted, "I'm scared to go to sleep. I'm lonely. I come from that struggle." That right there hit fans hard. He was opening up about where he came from, the pain, the grind, and the isolation that shaped him. It was rare to see him that vulnerable. Still, anyone who follows YB knows when he starts getting that emotional online, it usually means something heavy's on his mind. But this time, it felt different. See, YB's got a complicated life with more than 10 baby mamas and so many personal battles, people didn't even know who he was talking about specifically. It's like he uses Twitter as his diary. When he's going through it, he just lets his thoughts fly without caring how it looks. But the real danger comes when those emotions start turning into action. And with YB's reach and influence, things can escalate quickly. Now, let's get into what really sparked all this chaos. The woman at the center of the storm. Janiah wasn't just another ex or baby mama. She was YB's first love, his day one. She was there before the fame, before the money, before the spotlight, back when they were just two kids in Baton Rouge chasing the dream of getting out. Their relationship was deep, but it was far from peaceful. They had that intense, back and forth kind of love, the kind you see in movies, full of emotion, passion, and drama. They'd break up, make up, and repeat the cycle for years. Everyone around them knew they couldn't stay away from each other for long. For the longest time, Janiah was YB's main focus, even when he was linked to other women. Their bond was something different. But real talk, their relationship had a lot of ups and downs from the very beginning. There were moments where things got heated, arguments turned ugly, and both of them ended up hurt, emotionally and mentally. People in the scene knew their situation wasn't healthy, but most folks stayed quiet because it was personal business. Still, it wasn't just about the fights. YB had a way of playing with emotions too. He'd disappear for weeks, start seeing someone new, then show up again acting like nothing happened. And even through all that, Janiah kept giving him chances because deep down, she believed he could change. That same cycle kept spinning for years. YB would promise to do better, they'd make up, things would calm down for a while, then the same drama would start all over again. Janiah stayed caught in that loop because she had his kids, she loved him deeply, and she truly believed he'd change one day. But every person has a breaking point, and Janiah finally hit hers. The moment that made her walk away for good reportedly happened when things got out of hand during an argument in front of their kids. That's when she decided enough was enough. She packed up her stuff, took her children, and left, for good this time. That took real strength. Think about it. She'd spent years standing by his side, dealing with the heartbreak, the trust issues, and the emotional roller coaster that came with being with someone as unpredictable as YB. Leaving someone with his level of fame and influence wasn't easy, but she did it anyway. That took courage most people can't even imagine. After all those years of back and forth, Janiah finally said she was done. No more pain, no more chaos. But she didn't just fade away quietly. Oh no, she leveled up. She started dating NBA star Dejounte Murray. And let's be real, this dude isn't just some player on the bench. He's a top-tier athlete with a major contract, living his best life and treating Janiah with real respect. And Dejounte became everything YB wasn't. Calm, consistent, supportive, and grounded. And the way he treats her now, completely different energy. He's taking her on trips, buying her cars, and even showing love to her kids like they're his own. That's the kind of treatment Janiah always deserved. And you already know that had to sting for YB. His first love, the mother of his kids, moved on to a man who's calm, successful, and treats it with real respect, the total opposite of how things used to be. That kind of situation can really mess with a person's pride, especially someone like YB who's used to being in control. But this goes way deeper than just jealousy. In YB's mind, Dejounte Murray isn't just another man. He's everything YB wished he could have been for Janiah. While YB was caught up in drama, dealing with legal issues and staying in the headlines for all the wrong reasons, Dejounte was out here quietly building his legacy and securing his future. So when YB jumped on Twitter venting about his baby mamas and letting his emotions spill, Dejounte's dad decided to chime in. And that's where things started getting tense. The older dude thought he could step in and give YB a little life lesson. He commented something along the lines of, "This just shows money doesn't keep you happy forever. You gotta find peace, enjoy life, and take care of your mind." I hardly ever see him post positive things. Hopefully he finds a good therapist, because growing up tough can make you see everything in a negative way. Pick your battles, young man. Now, at first glance, that might sound like some real advice. Just an older guy trying to help someone younger get his head right. But given everything that was already going on, YB took that comment as straight-up disrespect. In his eyes, this wasn't just some random older man offering advice. This was the father of the dude who's now with his first love and helping raise his kid. To YB, it looked like the other side was trying to play mind games and make him look weak in front of the whole world. And that's where things started getting personal. This wasn't random commentary anymore. It felt like a calculated move coming from the same family that now had what he once called his own. In YB's world, that's like throwing shade and smiling while you do it. Now, put yourself in YB's shoes for a second. He's already upset seeing Janiah happy with Dejounte, and then the man's father jumps online, basically questioning his mental state and telling him to get therapy. To YB, that wasn't advice, that was an insult. And when pride and emotion mix, things can get heated real fast. YB didn't hold back either. He fired back online, posting something that shocked fans. He said, "But you Pops, you better chill out. Let me handle my own business. Don't bother me, bro. You're about to start something." It was clear he felt pushed. Now, when YB talks like that, he's not necessarily saying he's about to take action himself. He's warning people that his team doesn't play around. In his world, that kind of message means, "Don't test me." The tension was off the charts, and social media lit up instantly. Then, YB really took things to another level. He clapped back hard, calling Dejounte's dad an unexpected old man and throwing major shade his way. It was the kind of response that showed YB wasn't in the mood to let anything slide. That moment had everyone online like, whoa, this just got serious. For anyone who doesn't know what 4KT means, let's break it down. 4KT stands for 4,000 Trey, and it's way more than just a fan group or a record label name. It's a tight-knit crew that rides for YB no matter what. These are people who've been rocking with him since day one, helping him handle business behind the scenes and keeping his name solid in the streets. What makes 4KT so powerful is their loyalty. They don't just support his music, they protect his image, his brand, and everything he stands for. When YB feels disrespected, they feel it too. That bond runs deep, and that's why folks say 4KT moves like a family more than anything else. Now, don't get it twisted. 4KT isn't out here causing chaos for no reason. They move with a purpose and always make sure YB's circle stays tight. Their influence stretches far, and their loyalty keeps them ready to step up when needed. So when YB starts sending warning shots online, people take notice because they know his team moves quick. If he says something needs to be handled, his people don't waste time talking. They make moves to protect his name and make sure no one plays with his reputation. Now, Dejounte's pops must have realized real quick that he stepped into something serious because he instantly started trying to clean things up. He posted a video explaining himself, saying he didn't mean any harm toward YB and that he was just speaking from an OG's point of view. But then he made a major mistake that took things to another level. He accidentally dropped his location. In the clip, he said something like, "I found happiness in Hawaii, so if anybody's got an issue with what I said, come to Hawaii and talk to me face to face." That's basically like putting a spotlight on yourself online. In street terms, that's called dropping the low, and that's one of the worst moves you can make when tensions are high. But it didn't stop there. In that same video, he was actually playing YB's music in the background while trying to defend himself. That had everyone confused, because how you gonna bump the man's tracks while explaining yourself about a situation involving him? That sent mixed signals fast. He said, "I ain't got nothing against YB. He's a talented artist. His son, I always treated him like one of my grandkids whenever he came around." On paper, that sounds peaceful, but by that point, the damage was already done. Once you say something that crosses a line, it's hard to walk it back, no matter how respectful you try to sound later. And here's the thing. People forget how serious YB's influence really is. This isn't just some artist talking tough on social media. When YB speaks, the internet listens, and his supporters move accordingly. YB has a powerful team behind him, and they don't play around when it comes to loyalty. We're talking about people who've been in his corner for years, moving quietly and keeping everything under control behind the scenes. YB's name holds weight not just because of his music, but because of how solid his reputation is. Everything about him, from his rise to fame to the way he handles pressure, comes from real-life experiences that shaped who he is today. He's been through it all since his teenage years: legal issues, run-ins with the law, and endless drama that could have taken most people down. But somehow, he always bounces back stronger. And that's exactly why people don't underestimate him anymore. When someone like Dejounte's dad steps into the mix, talking publicly about YB and then casually dropping his location, it shows he might not realize what kind of energy he's inviting. See, YB's supporters don't just show love online, they're loyal in real life too. They'll go out of their way to defend his name because they see him as more than just an artist, he's family to them. That level of loyalty runs deep, and when emotions are high, things can spiral fast. And let's be real, YB isn't some struggling rapper anymore. He's sitting on millions with access to private flights and connections from one coast to the other. He's got the kind of reach and influence that can move mountains if he wants to. But this whole thing ain't just about tweets or pride, it's about something bigger: respect, family, and image. In YB's eyes, Dejounte took his woman, became a father figure to his kids, and now the man's dad is taking shots at him publicly. That's the kind of situation that can explode in a heartbeat, and the internet knew it.
Dejounte Murray probably has no idea that his dad might have just put himself and maybe even his family in a risky situation. When you're dating someone's ex, especially when that someone is Youngboy, you've got to know that it comes with a certain kind of tension. And when your family starts speaking out publicly, that tension can get real serious real fast. From Dejounte's point of view, he likely thought he was doing something good, helping Janiah and her kids move on from a tough chapter and giving them a stable life. He probably never imagined his father would step in and make things even messier. But in Youngboy's world, good intentions don't always matter. What matters most is respect. And from Youngboy's perspective, that respect has been crossed again and again. First, his ex, the mother of his kids, moved on to another man. Then that man's father jumped online, making comments that, to Youngboy, felt like an open challenge. In his mind, that's not just personal, that's public. See, a lot of people don't understand that for someone like Youngboy, respect is the ultimate priority. It ranks higher than money, fame, or even success. To him, it's everything. When someone disrespects you publicly, especially where everyone, including your critics, can see it, you're expected to respond. Otherwise, people start thinking you've lost control. So when Dejounte's father spoke on Youngboy's mental health and suggested he needed therapy or couldn't handle his emotions, Youngboy didn't see it as advice. He saw it as an attack on his character. In his eyes, it wasn't about concern. It was about being made to look weak in front of millions. That kind of disrespect hits deep, especially for someone like Youngboy who's built his whole image on strength and being untouchable. And the timing couldn't have been worse. Youngboy was already emotional about Janiah moving on with Dejounte, and then, out of nowhere, the man's father pops up online, talking about how Youngboy needs help. That's like throwing salt on an open wound. But what makes this situation even messier is how far the consequences can stretch. This isn't just about Youngboy and Dejounte's father anymore. Now Dejounte's got to worry about his family's safety, all because his pops couldn't stay out of drama that had nothing to do with him directly. That kind of stress can mess with anyone, your career, your peace of mind, even your relationship. And you know Janiah's probably feeling torn right now too. She left Youngboy to escape all that chaos and build something better for herself and her kids. But now that same energy she walked away from is creeping back into her new life, all because of something her boyfriend's father said online. It's like no matter how far she runs from the past, it keeps finding a way to pull her back in. And the saddest part? The kids are stuck in the middle of all this. They don't deserve to grow up surrounded by this kind of tension. All they need is peace, not their parents and family members being dragged into internet drama and online threats. This whole situation also shows how risky it can be for regular folks to insert themselves into hip-hop conflicts. Dejounte's dad probably thought he was just offering some words of wisdom to a young man going through tough times. He never imagined that a simple comment would blow up this big, turning into public backlash, leaked info, and people taking sides online. The rules are different when you're dealing with people who live by street codes. What sounds like harmless advice to regular folks can come off as serious disrespect to someone who grew up in that world. Dejounte Murray's dad's situation isn't just about saying the wrong thing. It's about not recognizing the power dynamics at play and stepping into a space where every word carries weight. See, he thought he could speak on a young man's business and walk away without consequences. But things don't work like that in Youngboy's world. Some people don't take public comments lightly, especially when they feel like their name or their image is being challenged. The biggest takeaway here? When you get close to someone who's got a complicated past, their world can easily become yours. Dejounte probably thought he was just helping Janiah and her kids build a better life, but now his whole family is caught in the middle of drama that started long before he showed up. That's the danger of stepping into a story that's already got layers of history behind it. And Youngboy's reaction wasn't just emotional, his words carried weight. When he said, "You better chill out, Pops," that wasn't random internet talk. That was a clear message from someone who has real influence and people who take loyalty seriously. His team doesn't need much to get involved, and now with a location out there and tension rising, the situation feels 10 times more dangerous. At the end of the day, this whole thing serves as a reminder. Social media isn't a game, especially when it crosses paths with people tied to real street circles. Dejounte's dad probably thought he was just being wise, trying to help a young artist find peace. But good intentions don't always protect you when the wrong person takes your words the wrong way. At the end of the day, what matters most in Youngboy's world is respect. And in his eyes, that line got crossed. When Dejounte's father publicly tried to break down Youngboy's mental state and suggest he needed therapy, it wasn't taken as concern, it was taken as an insult. Now the real question is, how far is Youngboy willing to take things? He's not the type to back down from anyone, and now he feels disrespected not just by his ex, but his new man's entire family. That's the kind of situation that can spiral fast if emotions keep running high. And for Dejounte's pops, he better hope Youngboy decides to let it slide, because once words start flying, you never know who might take them seriously. Youngboy's circle is loyal and passionate, and when they feel like someone's testing him, things can get tense in no time. The streets have long memories. They don't forget disrespect easily, and forgiveness doesn't come cheap. What might seem like just talk from outsiders can mean something completely different to people who live by pride and reputation. This whole thing also raises a bigger question. How far can celebrity drama really go in 2026? With social media making every word, post, and live stream public, situations like this can explode overnight. When you mix fame, pride, and people with deep connections, it's a dangerous combo that can get out of hand real quick. But knowing Youngboy's history, this might not be the end, not until he feels like his respect has been fully restored. What do you think about all this? Was Dejounte Murray's father out of line for speaking on Youngboy's situation, or did Youngboy take things too far with his reaction? And most importantly, do you think Dejounte's dad really understands the kind of heat his words might have brought his way? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I want to hear what you think about this wild situation. Do you believe this whole thing will cool off soon, or are we about to see it get even more intense? Because from how it's looking, things are far from settled. And don't forget, if you want to stay locked in with everything going on in the rap world and keep up with Youngboy's latest moves, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single update. Check out the video on screen right now for more on Youngboy's current drama with his exes and how it's been shaking up the industry. Stay alert, stay smart, and most of all, stay safe, because when emotions mix with fame, things can get unpredictable fast.